Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of God, the most compassionate, the most merciful. My name is Hassan Moradi, and in this video from the channel Echoes of the Quran, I would like to discuss how God speaks and issues commands according to the Quran. The act of God is a form of existential speech. When God wills something to exist, He says to that thing be, and it comes into existence. Kun fayakūn. For example, the Quran uses the expression regarding the creation of the heavens and the earth, the creation of Jesus, the creation of Adam, the creation of beings on the day of resurrection, the giving of life and death, and in reference to all forms of creations or word to a thing when we will eat is only that we say to it be and it is. إنما قولنا لشيء إذا أردناه أن نقول له كن فيكون. In another verse, instead of our word, the Quran says His command when He wills a thing is only that He says to it be and it is. إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون. How can we conceptualize the idea that a single imperative be brings something to existence? After describing the creation of the heavens and the earth, the Quran states that the sun, moon, and stars are subject to His command. It then adds, be aware that creation and command belong to Him. Blessed is the Lord of the worlds. ألا له الخلق والأمر تبارك الله رب العالمين. From the end of this verse, we understand that creation and command refer to distinct realms. Their juxtaposition indicates that realm of command, ʿālam al-amr, does not possess the characteristic of the material world, such as time, space, and motion. In the Quranic worldview, the realm of command undergoes descents, tanazzul, and ascents, ʿurūj. Similar to the way our own mind descends and ascends when it creates and organizes mental forms. When our mind creates something, for example, a human being, within itself, it has existential authority over both the inner and outer aspects of that mental beings. Thus, we may say that our mind descended to bring that being into existence. The mind of that imagined human can itself create something within itself. Each time something is created within something else in our mind, the mind has undergone another degree of existential descent. The Quran says that God established Himself upon the throne and manages the command. Tadbir, management, means descending, unfolding, and differentiating beings step by step toward lower levels. Its opposite is ascent, ʿurūj, which means dissolving and gathering, bring back toward higher levels. This existential descent and ascent, including the fact that ascent involves duration, is explicitly mentioned in the Quran. He managed the command from the heavens to the earth, then it ascends to Him in a day whose measure is thousands years of what you count. Here, the ascent of the command takes one day, which corresponds to 1,000 earthly years. Another verse states, the angels and the Spirit ascends to Him in a day whose measure is 50,000 years. Comparing these two verses shows that one day of the ascent of the command equals 50 days of the ascent of the angels and the Spirit. This indicates that the existential rank of command is higher than that of the angels and the Spirit. When the Prophet is asked about the nature of the Spirit, God says, the Spirit is from the command of my Lord. This existential command is not limited to the unseen world and its beings. It encompasses the entire structure of the 7 heavens and the 7 earths. God is the one who creates 7 heavens and the earth, the like of them. The command descends among them so that you may know that God has power over all things and God encompasses all things in knowledge. If we think of the realm of command as something analogous to our own mind, then just as we have existential oversight over everything within our mind, God has such oversight over all things. Even the earth, in its ordinary sense as a spatial and temporal entity, exists within the realm of command. Just as we can create space, time, and motion within our mind without our mind itself being subject to these conditions, God can create space, time, and motion within the realm of command without being bound by them. When we move a bird from one branch to another in our imagination, the bird moves within the time and space we created, but the mind that created it is not subject to those conditions. With this perspective, we can understand how God can be the light of the heavens and the earth, or how he can be the first and the last, the manifest and the hidden. We can also understand how he creates the human body and then births the spirit into it. Just as we can create a human body in one level of our mind and grant it a soul from a higher level of our mind, God can create the physical body in one level of the realm of command and the soul which governs that body in a higher level of the same realm. Expressions such as breathing the spirit into body should not mislead us into imagine that the spirit physically entered the body. When we create a being in our mind, we do not enter that mental space or become subjects to its laws. Likewise, God can create a body within the realm of command, which is analogous to our mind without entering it or being governed by its conditions. When we want to give a mind to the body we imagine, we do not insert it into the body. Rather, we conceive a higher level within our mind that we call the soul or mind of that being. In the next video, I will explain this simple yet profound mechanism in greater detail. May we one day be able to look beyond the familiar concepts of philosophy and theology, reflect within ourselves, and discover from within the answer to long-standing questions, such as the relationship between physics and metaphysics or the relationship between mind and body. Thank you for being here.